When these modern women reach a certain age, they come face to face with the realization that men today are no longer wide-eyed and willingly chasing the romantic mirage of marriage. Women of a certain age on dating apps today are the same women who were once expected to be strong, independent, and successful. These women have had years to acquaint themselves with the ways of the Western world and seek out a worthy companion. I have no pity for these women.
In the vast realm of dating, women in their mid-30s are embarking on an adventure through traditional dating apps, seeking a life partner who can usher them into a realm of financial security and family bliss. In bygone eras, when women were not treated as mere commodities parading the streets, and men were blissfully unaware of the intricacies of the fairer sex and the legal labyrinth, leftover women might have discovered leftover men willing to take their hand in marriage. However, these men have learned some hard-hitting lessons along the way, steering clear of settling down with mature women due to their own tumultuous encounters with divorce, child support skirmishes, marriages devoid of intimacy, and a barrage of rejections. In a twist of fate, men began to unravel the web of deceit as they witnessed their dear ones unjustly entangled in the bewildering depths of family courts. Even their seemingly affectionate wives transformed into agents of discontent and greed. While men embraced newfound independence, certain women of a certain vintage sought solace in the realm of online dating, yearning for the attention and validation that eluded them in their present or past partnerships. In a world where younger women basked in accolades and affirmation for embracing the modern woman narrative, assured that a knight in shining armor would always be awaiting their call in their late 30s and 40s, the praises and validations paled in comparison to the adoration bestowed upon them in their carefree early 20s. Those were the days when they could frolic, flirt, and giggle with their male classmates without a care in the world. If you put your head down and toil tirelessly, they were told, you shall stumble upon a man who shall mold his life around advancing your career. But men have grown hesitant in their pursuit of modern women. The tales of these independent women echo through the ages, cautionary reminders of a history etched in caution tape. And so, the dance of courtship has taken a peculiar twist, as men tiptoe cautiously and no longer rush to settle down with these modern women. In their quest for affection, women devise a cunning plan to rattle the confidence of self-assured men. But their grand scheme backfired, giving birth to the whimsical world of modern casual dating. The advent of social media and dating apps swept across the land, bidding farewell to more traditional methods of forging friendships and weaving romantic connections. But let us not forget the originators of this modern-day gathering scene, for it was the women themselves who ignited the spark of change. It was women who ruined dating for women in the future. All of this was done so that they could date the men they secretly admired and have a good time doing it. With that length of time, we hope to see dedication. That being the case, I guess I'm asking the leftover women who hastened the end of the dating era whether they think it was worth it. These mothers have contributed to the unfortunate decline of dating and relationships. Their daughters, now in their late 20s to early and mid-30s, find themselves in a sticky situation, desperately seeking a good man to settle down with, all while struggling to follow in their mother's footsteps. You see, the trouble is, no man seems to have the appetite for marriage anymore. And who can blame them? No self-respecting man wants to tie the knot with a woman who's been pursued by a swarm of other men. It's just not a winning proposition. Men no longer wish to jeopardize their hard-earned financial security by attaching themselves to a woman who's solely interested in their bank account. Can you blame them? Let's be honest, it's a safe bet to assume that no man in his right mind would willingly settle down with a woman who only has eyes for him because she's been rejected by everyone else. The charm wears thin, doesn't it? When these modern women reach a certain age, they come face to face with the realization that men today are no longer wide-eyed and willingly chasing the romantic mirage of marriage. Women of a certain age on dating apps today are the same women who were once expected to be strong, independent, and successful. These women have had years to acquaint themselves with the ways of the Western world and seek out a worthy companion. It's only fair to assume that many of them have danced down the aisle before, experiencing the trials and tribulations of matrimony. Yet, they remain undeterred, firmly believing that they can outpace their potential husbands. Men have caught on, leaving leftover women to roll up their sleeves and work hard to find their life partners. But let me make one thing clear. There's no need to shed a tear for these women. They knowingly put themselves in the line of fire, braving the battlefield to strengthen their position in the intricate dance of negotiation. Now, let's face the harsh reality that many of these post-war women have encountered: a man who simply wasn't ready to settle down with them. In today's tumultuous economy, with another recession on the horizon and challenging times ahead, why would a man choose to pursue a leftover woman when there's a sea of youthful women at his fingertips? It's a valid question. The options are abundant. Consider the financial landscape. Why would a man want to invest his hard-earned resources on a woman who may be facing health challenges and seeking a serious commitment? It's a delicate balance. Women hold sole responsibility for the mess they find themselves in. Initiating divorces, venturing off with other men in search of happiness. It's a game they played, and now they face the consequences. It takes a special kind of desperation from both parties to forge a long-term commitment with a leftover woman who has dedicated decades of her time and affection to other men, leaving you in her prime feeling somewhat neglected. These leftover women do not have marriage on their minds of no. They're eyeing you as a potential source of income to secure their golden years. Yes, indeed, they didn't exactly treat you like a king back when they were younger. But now that they're left over, they see you as a shining choice. Beware, for they are attempting to trap you in their clutches, holding you captive in their web of desires. Guys, lend me your ears for this peculiar advice. Steer clear of women who have a significant age gap with you. They didn't want you in their prime, you shouldn't want them in their decline. Simple as that. That's all for today on Manhood. Don't forget to smash the like and subscribe buttons, and also click on the notification bell to be the first to know when I drop a new video. If you find value in my videos, you can show your support through PayPal or Cash App. The links are in the description. See you next time. Cheers!